Hello everyone, I'm LH Master 2005 and I'll be surviving 100 days in Minecraft Raft Survival. I have 3 goals that I want to complete. Get Diamond Armor, defeat the Ender Dragon, and kill the Wither. So let's get started. On day 0, I was on a raft in the middle of the ocean, and I got a fishing rod, bananas, and a scuba mask. I was fishing for random items, and I got a banana wood sapling. So I planted the sapling, and it grew while I was fishing. I was punching a tree and made a wooden axe, and I planted another sapling, and I went back to fishing. I was chopping more wood, and I was still fishing for random items. I had 8 stone blocks in my inventory, so I made a wooden pickaxe, and I got cobblestone, and I made a furnace. I was putting the iron ore in the furnace, and I made a iron pickaxe. I had bamboo and string in my inventory, so I made a sieve. I was placing torches down, and I was making farmland, and I was placing seeds on the farmland. I was placing gravel on the sieve because I want to try to get diamonds, but I got lapis, gold nuggets, iron nuggets, flint, coal, and an emerald. I was fishing for more random items, and I was getting more wood. I was harvesting my wheat, and I was replanting them. After that, I was collecting kelp so I can make dried kelp. I craft a mulcher so I can get dirt by placing plants in the mulcher. I was placing sand in the sieve, and I got gunpowder, sugar, glowstone, bone meal, nether wart, and blaze powder. I was building another crop farm, but I didn't have enough dirt, so I was fishing and chopping more wood. I got a loot crate, and it was a trading station, and I got spawn eggs. I was placing more dirt, and I was putting dirt on the sieve. I got sugarcane, melon seeds, beetroot seeds, pumpkin seeds, and tree saplings. I was fishing and chopping more wood again, and I was harvesting my beetroots. I was building another crop farm, and I got an enchanted book that has Unbreaking 3, Sharpness 4, and Loyalty 3 while I was fishing. I was fishing and getting more wood, and I was placing dirt on the sieve. When I was done placing all the dirt that I had in my inventory, I got 2 carrots, 2 dark oak saplings, and more seeds and sugar cane, and I was planting my carrots. I had a lot of wood that I've been getting by chopping down trees, so I decided to build an animal barn that would have cows so I could get leather for making books. The barn was done, so I was using my spawn eggs for spawning the cows inside the barn. And I made an iron sword, and I got 36 leather and 50 raw beef. After that, I made a crusher that can make gravel by placing cobblestone in the crusher. I was placing dirt in the sieve, and I got more seeds, saplings, and a potato. I was building a sugarcane farm, and the sugarcane was growing. I was building small bridges with cobblestone walls, and I made a lit crucible, and it can make lava by placing cobblestone in the crucible. After that, I got a diamond while I was placing gravel in the sieve, and I made 27 bookshelves when I was collecting sugarcane to make paper and collect more leather by killing cows. I was building a patterned floor because I'm gonna be building a storage building, and I was building the walls, and I was placing the chests with item frames. After that, I was placing stone in the crusher to get cobblestone, and I was placing cobblestone in the crusher for gravel. I was placing gravel on the sieve, but I didn't get any diamonds though. I was putting more cobblestone in the crusher, and I was putting more plants in the mulcher. I had a lot of gravel, so I was placing the gravel in the sieve, and I got another diamond. I made an enchantment table, and I got Unbreaking 3 and Luck of the Sea 2 on my fishing rod. I enchanted another fishing rod, and I got Lore 2, and I combined the Lore 2 fishing rod with the Unbreaking 3 and Luck of the Sea 2 fishing rod together on the anvil. While I was fishing, I got diamond ore and an enchanted book that has Smite 3. I was making chests, and I got 2 diamonds while I was placing gravel on the sieve. After that, I was going to build a mob farm because I want to earn XP if I want to enchant my diamond gear. When I was coming back down to make trapdoors, I saw pillagers and I got the bad omen effect after the Captain Pillager was defeated. I came back up to the mob farm and I was done placing the trapdoors. I was building a cobblestone generator because I could get cobblestone while I wait for mobs to come down from the farm. And that idea of having a cobblestone generator by a mob farm is inspired by Luke the Notable. The mob farm was done and mobs are starting to spawn from the farm. I was waiting for more mobs to spawn, so I went fishing. While I was fishing, I got 2 diamond ore and an enchanted book that has sharpness 4, and I was upgrading my storage by placing more chests. I was looking at the stimulation distance chunks and it was 10 chunks. But I don't want to mess with the chunks because I want to keep the Raft Survival's game settings the way it is. And I realized that I need to be a little far away from the mob farm. After I was done looking at the chunks settings, I got Unbreaking 3, Luck of the Sea 3, and Lore 3 on my fishing rod. I was fishing during the night and I got emerald ore and diamond ore. And I got more diamond ore. I was fishing for XP and I leveled up to level 30. I enchanted my diamond sword and I got Unbreaking 3, Smite 5, and Looting 3. But I disenchanted it because I was trying to get like Sharpness 4 or 5. But I found the right enchantment that I wanted and it is Sharpness 3. I saw pillagers in my cow barn and I defeated the pillagers. I was building another crop farm and I planted my potatoes. After that, I was fishing, and while I was fishing, I got emerald ore. I was building a pumpkin farm and I was placing my pumpkin seeds so the seeds can grow. After that, I got sharpness 3 on my sword and I made another diamond sword to get sharpness 3, and I was harvesting my wheat. I was making the second floor for the storage building and I was harvesting my potatoes. After that, I was harvesting my pumpkins because I wanted to get a lot of pumpkins because in Raft Survival, marine farmers that are villager farmers give you diamonds when you give them pumpkins. I reached level 30 and got sharpness 3 on my diamond sword. I combined in my diamond swords that have sharpness 3 and I made a sharpness 4 sword, and I got sharpness 5 on my diamond sword. I was trying to find marine villagers because I want to get diamonds from the farmers, and the farmers look like librarians. I found villagers but I couldn't find the farmer. So I made a lot of beds because villagers can go to their beds like normal villagers do. While I was placing gravel on the sieve, I got a diamond. I was still putting more gravel in the sieve and I got another diamond. I got a lot of villagers and I got diamonds from them because I was giving the farmers a lot of pumpkins. After that, I made diamond armor. I was fishing for XP and random items. After that, I was making a ore tower, but I forgot that I didn't have a iron pickaxe. I had no choice to fall off the tower, but I didn't die though, and I was harvesting my crops. I was fishing for XP and I got a broken fishing rod, so I was using it until it breaks. After that, I reached to level 30 and I got protection 4 on my diamond boots. I was building a bamboo farm and I was building a melon farm because I want to have more farms in this world. And I can give the farmers some melons and they will give me iron ore if I need iron. After that, I reached level 30 again. I enchanted my diamond pants and I got protection 4 and unbreaking 3. I enchanted my diamond helmet, but I got aqua affinity, blast protection 4, and unbreaking 3, but I didn't want those enchantments. I went up to level 30 again and I got respiration 3, blast protection 4, aqua affinity, and unbreaking 3. I still didn't want blast protection 4 on my diamond helmet because I'm trying to get protection 4 like I did to my diamond pants and boots. I was building an auto smelter because I need more XP if I still want to enchant my diamond gear. I was collecting kelp and I was harvesting my crops. I was enchanting a book and I got protection 3 and sharpness 3. I was collecting kelp because I need to put something in the auto smelter if I want to get XP. So I put the kelp in the auto smelter and the furnaces are smelting the kelp. After that, I was using my stone pickaxe on the cobblestone generator until it breaks, and I was using my iron pickaxe until it breaks, and the stone and iron pickaxe were both broken. I was building a nether portal because the nether has nether quartz, and every time you mine it, it gives you XP. So I'm in the nether and I'm collecting XP by mining quartz, and after that, I leveled up to level 30. I came back home and I got protection 3 and sharpness 3 on my enchanted book, and I made protection 4 and sharpness 4. and I put protection 4 on my diamond chest plate. I got fortune 2 on my enchanted book, protection 3 on another enchanted book, and feather falling 4. I put a feather falling 4 on my diamond boots, and I was continuing mining quartz. I was still mining quartz for XP, and I got protection 4 on my enchanted book, and I got aqua affinity on another enchanted book. After that, I put protection 4 on my diamond helmet, and I got another fortune 2 and sharpest 3 book. After that, I made Fortune 3 and I put Aqua Infinity on my diamond helmet. I was mining quartz all day and I came back home and it was nighttime. And I got Unbreaking 3 and Efficiency 4 on my diamond pickaxe. I was harvesting my wheat and I was getting cow spawn eggs because if I get something from the trade station, it gives me XP. After I got the eggs, I was spawning the cows and I was killing my cows so I could get more XP. I got Unbreaking 3, Fortune 3, and Efficiency 4 and I made a pickaxe that has Efficiency 5. And I named my pickaxe Super Pickaxe. I was out of the map because I need to get a Phantom Membrane if I want to make feather falling potions for the Ender Dragon fight. And how was I out of the map? First, I made a nether portal in the nether that is far from the first nether portal that sends me back to my base. And this idea was from Mr. Big Cheesecake. When it was morning, I didn't get any Phantom Membrane. I went to the nether and I went to the nether fortress because I want to get a blaze rod. So I was killing blazes and I got 1 blaze rod. I came back home and I made a brewing stand and I made golden apples and splash weakness potions. I got out to the map and I was trying to find a zombie villager because I want to cure a zombie villager. But I couldn't find one and it was morning. But I saw an enderman and I killed it. I was fishing while I waited until it's nighttime so I could continue fighting a zombie villager. It was nighttime and I found 3 zombie villagers, but I only needed 1. I threw the splash potion at the zombie villager and gave the zombie villager a golden apple. I had to cover the zombie villager with blocks because it is almost daytime and I do not want my zombie villager to die from the sun. I saw an enderman and I got an ender pearl from it. I made a bed and I started the raid. I was prepared for the raid like I got my bow and arrows. I did some research for raids on normal mode because I'm playing Raft Survival on normal mode and I do not want to change the game difficulty. The raid was completed and I got the Totem of Undying. And I was the hero of the village, except there was no village, just a villager, so I was the hero for the villager. I came back home and I enchanted my bow and I enchanted another one. And I got Unbreaking 3, Power 5, Infinity, and Punch 2. After that, I made 5 brewing stands because I want to get clerics and buy ender pearls from them. I got clerics and I got ender pearls from them. After that, I was placing sand on the sieve because I want to get blaze powder for making Eyes of Ender. And I was making feather falling potions and strength 2 potions for the Ender Dragon fight. I saw pillagers right by my pumpkin farm and I got the bad omen effect. I started the raid again and I got another Totem of Undying. After that, I came back home and I got more ender pearls. Today is the day that I'm going to fight the Ender Dragon. But first, I need to get more blaze rods for making Eyes of Ender. I came back home and I made end portal frames. I made a copy of my world because I don't want to mess up the Eyes of Ender on the end portal frames, like I did last time when I was playing Raft Survival. But I was placing the Eyes of Ender correctly for the first try, but I made a copy just in case. And I wasn't trying to cheat or anything, and it's not like I'm making a copy of my world and finding structures in that copy. I kept the world that has the end portal activated and got rid of the original world that has the end portal not activated. I went to the end and I got started fighting the Ender Dragon. I defeated the Ender Dragon and I got the Ender Dragon egg and I went back home. When I came back home, I got Efficiency 4 on my enchanted book. I was staring at Enderman because I was going to need Ender Pearls so I could go to the other side of the end and find an end city that has an end ship. I was at the other side of the end and I found an end city that has an end ship. I was going inside the structure and I was getting levitated by shulkers. But I got good loot from the structure. I was building a bridge and I threw an Ender Pearl at the ship and I got Elytra. But I didn't cheat on fighting an end city. I was using my noggin for finding the end city. While I was trying to find my way back home, I almost died by falling into the void, and it was scary, but that was really close. I found the portal to go back to home, but I was looking at Day 41's footage, and it showed me the coordinates for finding home, and I wrote it down on a piece of paper. When I came back home, I got Unbreaking 3 and Efficiency 4 on my diamond shovel by combining 2 enchanted shovels that I found in the end. After that, I was repairing my armor with diamonds. I was collecting wood, collecting bamboo, and putting it in the auto smelter, and I was collecting kelp so I could put it in the auto smelter. I had a lot of wood, so I got started building a base that looks like a Subnautica water base. I was making redstone lamps so mobs don't spawn inside the base. I was continuing building my base, and I was collecting sand because I need glass for the base if I want to have windows for my base. I was building my own room, and it's going to be underwater because I thought it would be cool having my room in the water. So I was swimming back up and back down so I could get my air bubbles back. I was putting redstone lamps on the ceiling of my room, and I was building the walls next. After that, I was building the floor for my room. I was getting rid of the water inside my room by placing sponges. After that, I have to put the sponges in the auto smelter, and I have to get rid of the water again. After that, I got orange tulips to make orange dye, and I made an orange bed, and I put the bed in my room. I was putting the Ender Dragon egg in my room, and the Ender Dragon head that I got from the end ship, and I went to bed. I was fishing and I got diamond ore, and when I was going to my room, I saw pillagers inside my base. I was fighting the pillagers and I got the bad omen effect. I went out to the map and I started a raid. I was shooting the pillagers with my bow and the raid was completed, and I got another totem of undying, and now I have 3 totems. I was collecting wood all day, and while I was collecting wood, I was burning the big trees with flinted steel. Because I didn't want to climb up to the top of the big tree, I just want to stick with the small ones. I was in the nether and I was collecting glowstone. After that, I was at the nether fortress and I was fighting mobs in the nether fortress. I saw wither skeletons, but they didn't drop a wither skeleton skull. I was going back home and I got 10 blaze rods and I made blaze powder. I went out to the map and I was trying to get a mending librarian. I didn't get any mending on day 52, but on day 53, I finally got mending and I went back home. I was putting mending on my diamond sword and I named my sword Master Sword. And I put mending on my diamond pickaxe. After that, I was building another room for my base and I was placing sand on the sieve. I was placing redstone lamps on the ceiling, and I was transferring items that I got while I was placing sand and gravel on the sieve to the new room that I built. I got more mending books and I put mending on my diamond axe and diamond shovel. After that, I was building another room underwater. I was chopping trees and I was fishing all day. After that, I was at level 18 and I went to bed. I made a furnace because I'm going to get dried sponge by putting the wet sponges in the furnace because I'm going to get rid of the water inside the room that I was building. I went out to the map to get more mending books, but the librarian is not selling them right now, but I can try to get them next time. After that, I was making tunnels for my base. I wasn't using the cow barn a lot, so I was getting rid of it, and it was gone. After that, I got out to the map and saw if the librarian was selling mending books. But this time, the librarian wasn't. But I came back to the librarian and got the librarian some paper. I was fishing and I got diamond ore, and I was still fishing on day 62. On day 63, I was at level 30 and I got Depth Strider on Enchanted Book, and I put that enchantment on my diamond boots. I was fishing just to collect XP and I was still fishing on day 65. I was placing more beds underwater for the marine villagers, and I was replacing glass windows in my room with orange glass for my room windows. I was continuing building my base, and the room that has a glass dome was done. After that, I was placing redstone lamps, and I was setting my mob farm on fire because mobs are not spawning in the farm. I was getting rid of the rest of the mob farm all day, and I went to bed. When I was going to the nether, I saw a lot of pigmen, so I was building a 3-block tower, and I was killing them. After that, I got mending books, and I put mending on my diamond boots and pants. I was going to the ocean monument, but I didn't see the Elder Guardian inside the monument, but I found guardians, and I was killing them. After that, I got a lot of sponges, and I was placing a lot of sponges in a room that has a glass dome. The marine villagers were trapped in a hole that I was digging for collecting sand. So I was placing sand because I thought every time the sand lands on the ground, the sand was pushing the marine villagers up. But it wasn't working and the marine villagers were suffocating. I saw pillagers and I got the bad omen effect again. I was fishing, but I forgot that I had the bad omen effect. I got out of the map and I started a raid, and I got mending books. While I was killing the pillagers, I got enchanted books that had Smite 4. The raid was completed and I got another Totem of Undying. After that, I was finding a zombie villager and I found 2, and I was curing 1 zombie villager. I got a librarian and I was trying to get looting 3 all day. But I finally got looting 3 and I put looting 3 on my new diamond sword that has smite 5 with knockback 2. After that, I was putting mending on my elytra. I was in the nether and I was trying to get wither skeleton skulls. I found some wither skeletons, but they didn't drop a skull. I was expanding the nether fortress by mining a lot of blocks right by the nether fortress on day 75, 76, 77, and day 78. On day 79, I was placing slabs because pigmen spawn on netherrack. And on day 80, I found a wither skeleton skull, but it didn't drop a wither skeleton skull. But on day 81, I finally got a wither skeleton skull. I was mining a lot of blocks on day 82 and 83. On day 84, I was waiting for mobs to spawn, but I didn't see any wither skeletons. But on day 85, I got another wither skeleton skull, and I found out where mobs are spawning in the nether fortress. The scariest moment is when I almost died by pigmen when I came back downstairs when I was done filling up my water bottle. After the scariest moment was done, I was mining netherrack. I got the 3rd wither skeleton skull, and I went back home, and I was preparing for the wither fight. I spawned the wither when I was out of the map, and I was shooting arrows at the wither. After that, I was hitting the wither with my sword that has smite 5, and the wither was defeated. The game lagged, and I came back, and I had 1 more hit on the wither. After the final hit on the wither, I got the nether star and made a beacon. Before I started the wither fight in Raft Survival, I made another world that is flat, and I was seeing if my equipment that I had in Raft Survival was going to work, because I never fighted the wither on a flat world. I was harvesting melons all day because I want to get a lot of iron ore from the farmers and have a iron block pyramid for the beacon. I was mining quartz and I was at level 31. On day 91, I got respiration 3 on my diamond helmet, and after that, I was getting iron ore from the farmers. I was harvesting my melons, and I was moving the lit crucible, the crusher, and the cobblestone generator to my base. I was collecting sand, and I was making lots of furnaces because I wanted to get some glass. So I was putting cobblestone in the lit crucible, and I was collecting lava for furnace fuel. I was building another room for my base, and I had a lot of iron ingots, so I made iron blocks and I got started making a beacon pyramid. I want to free the marine villagers out of the hole that they were trapped in, so I was making a bubble elevator and I was building more. I was moving my enchantment table and my bookshelves to my base, and I was building a nether portal inside my base. I was placing beds underwater, and I was placing dirt on the sieve, and I was getting tree saplings while I was placing dirt on the sieve. I got one of the marine villagers out of the hole, and I was placing more dirt on the sieve. I was harvesting my melons, and I was getting more iron so I could continue building the beacon pyramid. On day 100, I was going underwater and I saw a lobster, so I was fighting it. After that, I got a cake from a farmer and placed the beacon on the pyramid, and we survived 100 days in Minecraft Raft Survival. So, thank you guys for watching this video. You guys can comment down below for which Minecraft 100 Days challenge that I should do next. And I'll see you in the next game. Have an awesome day, you guys!